The most common argument today among the students is if in the end we are supposed to earn money, then what is the objective of education? They give the examples of dropouts like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. If these people became billionaires without studying, then why do we have to study? A few years back, Elon Musk was reported to say that he didn't look for college graduates to work in his organization. All this and the difficulty to study have led the students to question education as a whole. What education gives is knowledge. So we can say that these students do not value knowledge. The trend is increasing at an alarming rate. Just earlier, I cited the example of billionaires, but nowadays, students don't have such aspirations because they know it's futile. Instead, they look up to their parents, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters. The trend is even more alarming at the local level. Most of people are making money through manual labor or blue collar jobs. In my part of the world, in Asia, more and more people are going abroad to earn money, and the type of work that they get doesn't require them an education. It just requires them to use their physical bodies to wash dishes, lay bricks, stack items in a factory, drive cars, cook food, serve people, and so on. And then these people come back home and flaunt their money in the form of flashy goods like iPhones, branded shoes, bags, clothes. Some of them are able to build houses, buy land, start companies. In all this drama of life, the students do not see the role of education anywhere. So they question why they have to study statistics, economics, mathematics, English, Nepali, which is our local language. These students are in a place where there seems to be no escape, because as soon as they get bored and browse the internet, they just see power of money and what it can buy, and thus they develop even more distaste for studies. It is sad that many students do not even know how the sun rises from the east, or how does actually food get digested. What is the use of knowing all this stuff? In the end, isn't it money that matters? I have personally met so many students who don't know how to derive a percentage of something. They are so obsessed with the idea of earning money. Knowledge has taken a back seat. Nobody wants to learn anything. Yes, they want to learn how to make money, but that's something else. What is the most appalling is that even students who are doing their masters are confused on the purpose of knowledge. Myself, as a motivator and counselor, I find it always difficult to convince somebody who has made up his mind about how money trumps knowledge. Their mind is set, and for them, the reason that they are studying is to get a degree which will enable them to earn money. So, for many people, education is not about knowledge, but it is about a degree. In this section, obviously, I am trying to convince the reader, who I hopefully assume to be a student or somebody who is associated to a student, that knowledge is more important than money. But in order to make my case, I would like to talk about money itself first, because it's so important. Money is not the coins or the banknotes or the check or the ATM card, the credit card, or even your online banking statement. Now, these are just a representation of money. What people actually are trying to say when they say that money is important for them is that they want the things that money gets them. Again, I'm not talking about the stuff or the facilities. I'm talking about what those things, be they abstract or tangible, give to the one possessing them. This is all about the need for status and power. For some, it is about sustaining a family. For others, it is to have social connections. All those things give us happiness and success. So, my thesis here is that we want more of these. Where I'm getting at is we can get these things like respect from others, health, well being, strong relationships, not necessarily with more stuffs and facilities. We can get these things with money, of course. Then, the more money you have, the more of them you have. However, you can build your reputation, happiness, and success with knowledge, less stuff. That would be even more sustainable. If money was the key to happiness and success, then everyone who wins a lottery should be perpetually happy afterwards. But research shows otherwise. You need more than money to be happy and successful in life. And that extra thing is knowledge, definitely. Let's look at the diagram below so that I can describe to you my concept of knowledge versus money debate in a more lucid manner. There are four types of success and happiness, as you can see in the diagram. The diagram consists of two parts. The first row consists of a graph whereby we can see how the amount of success and happiness varies over time for each type. And the second row consists of four combinations of money and knowledge. The first type of happiness and success is driven by only money. As you can see in the corresponding graph, somebody who uses this approach definitely earns more money in the short run, but in the long run, you can see that his success and happiness is going to decline. Some of you who have experience about life or who know people using this type 1 approach will intuitively agree with me. But for those who are unaware, will need some explanation. So this person doesn't study and directly goes and earn money. When I say he doesn't study, I mean that this person also is not interested in any form of knowledge, be it of languages or logic. Either this person dropped out of school or college, or it could be that this person got a degree but didn't really work for knowledge and instead basically bought his degree. What this person hasn't done is to exercise his muscles of the brain, which we will discuss in this book as four types. He doesn't have the capacity to express his thoughts and feelings. Then he doesn't have the logical acumen to solve problems in a systematic way. He's not able to see the big picture because his mind isn't trained accordingly. And then because he lacks all the ingredients of knowledge, it's very difficult for such a person to find creative solutions to problems. Mind you, I'm not talking about the unfortunate people who wanted to study but couldn't study, either because of a lack of money or because they didn't simply have the opportunity. I'm talking about people who genuinely disrespected knowledge and worshipped money. This person or type of person that I'm talking about is somebody who's engrossed in materialism and doesn't really care about the various aspects of knowledge, and certainly not about the history of the world or about the beginning of the universe, and certainly not about our genes or about the origin of economics and its ramification in our society. This person cares the least about literature. All that matters for this person is money and what tangible things it can buy so that he can gain status and power, gain a family, and even help people honorably. So this person will work very hard to earn money from early age, as you can see in the diagram. However, at one point, his illogical thinking and lack of knowledge of history, of philosophy, and even law will lead him in a downward spiral, as shown in the diagram. So, yes, he'll make it big, but he'll lose it all. You can see this trajectory happening in the lives of big sports stars, movie stars. Look nowhere else than the life of Mike Tyson or Michael Jackson. These are the famous ones. And then there are our local heroes who make lots of money, build a house, flash off the cars, but then they end up in legal soup, some in jail, some have broken marriages and families. Then the very source of their wealth dwindles, not because of a global economic catastrophe, but because of their own ignorance of macro trends or even the cause and effects within their own organizations. They were never trained into using their brains to harness knowledge. That is sad, but that is the life of the type 1. The next type is somebody who pursues knowledge without trying very hard to earn money. The best examples are those PhD holders, doctors, surgeons, writers. Well, as you can see in the graph, the amount of success and happiness that they get in the beginning is very low compared to type 1. But over the years, they suddenly earn more status, get more power, have more social connections. They don't take unnecessary risks, or preferably do not take any risk, and as a result, their wealth plateaus at a certain point, as you can see in the diagram. Now, these people are not going to be the influencers making the number 1 list or the top, even the top 10 list. They won't be mentioned in newspapers, magazines, vlogs, but they are happy, at least happier than those of type 1. The beautiful thing about somebody living life in this approach too is that this person knows what he knows and also knows what he doesn't know. So he has no presumptions or arrogance, unlike the person whose approach is purely money. If he doesn't know something, he just say he doesn't know that thing. So simple. Such a person will not make investments that they don't understand. And that is why they won't make a huge amount of money, but they won't end up in litigation also. Whereas the type 1 people are entrepreneurs, businessmen, social media influencers. The type 2 people are the teachers, the doctors, and any other professionals actually. They know their stuff and they stick to their guns. They don't want more guns. They don't need to impress others. They keep to themselves. And that's enough for them. Then there is the third type of people who are driven by money, like in type 1. But knowing that they were wrong to focus only on money, and having realized that their arrogance is going to kill them, embrace knowledge at one point in their lives. This type of people, as you can see in the diagram, enjoy success and happiness more than the other two types. But then, after some time, because of their lack of knowledge, will face failures. Then they will re-educate themselves through mentors, consultants, counselors, teachers, or any professionals in the field that they lack knowledge, which is practically everything from accounts to finance to economics, statistics, engineering, chemistry, whatever field they might be in. Then once they get enough knowledge, although not from an educational institution but from experts, they are able to rise again, and this time their wealth is sustained over a long period of time. These people can be seen as business houses in your community who have evolved over time and developed their practices, innovated, and kept up the pace. The fourth one is a person who is primarily a highly knowledgeable person and loves to study. Then he gets access to money, and the rest is history, as they say it. Now, those students who are citing Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk as proof that knowledge is futile and money is everything would be disappointed by hearing this. These people, billionaires listed above, are basically highly knowledgeable people. They did not drop out of college because they could not study, but because it was not necessary for them to get a formal education to get the knowledge that they needed. The venture capitalists and the fund managers love this kind of people, and they pour in millions and billions of money into them. If fate serves them right and they have the proper knowledge and have the ability to acquire further knowledge, then their companies become unicorns like Microsoft, Facebook, Tesla, and so on. And so I've described to you how or who becomes a billionaire. I've shown it in the form of an exponential curve, as you can see. So students, let there be no confusion. Both money and knowledge are means for us to get status, power, family, honor, social contacts, and everything else. The best way is to make use of both money and knowledge to acquire this, and the saddest way to acquire them is through money only, because in the end we all know that is not going to end up well, as shown in the type 1 diagram. This particular section in this book is a very difficult one, laden with lots of convictions on both sides of money and knowledge. I know I couldn't have done full justice in this debate, but I just wanted to get the dice rolling, and I hope that it will provoke some thoughts in you as a student or as a parent or as a trainer, counselor, whoever you are. My understanding is that this diagram told a lot of things that I couldn't have used my words only to explain. I'm sure that if you are reading this book, you are on the side of knowledge more than on the side of money. In the upcoming videos and pages, you will learn how to increase your knowledge. We need to work out our brain like we work out at the gym or walk in a park. So this book is all about knowledge because I love knowledge, and I hope that I can pass on my love for knowledge to you through this book.